Now we're going to look at multiplying decimals. In order to do that, we'll start off with an easy one. Let's say we've got the number, grab a pen first, that would help. The number 24 there, and we're going to multiply that by, say, 6. So we put a line underneath, and we start moving. We start multiplying from the bottom, and we multiply each number on the top separately. So we say 6 fours are 24, so we put 4 in there, and we carry the small 2 there. Then we say 6 twos are 12, and we add on that 2 there, so that becomes 14, which gives us an answer of 144. Right, that's a simple case there. But what happens then when we get something a little bit more complicated? Well, let's try this one. We'll do 28, and we're going to multiply that by 32. So what does that look like? Well, as soon as we get into double numbers on the bottom, we've got to do some fiddling around to get the multiplying magic to work. And in order to do that, I'll show you one way. You may have done this a little bit differently in school, but we'll start out with this way, and this will probably jog your memory. Where we've got 2 numbers on the bottom, so we've got one number there and a number there. Where we've got those 2 numbers, what we do is, where there are 2 numbers on the bottom, we put 1 less than that number, and we put a 0 in. So if we've got 2 figures there, 1 less than 2 is 1, so that gives us 1 0. With that 0, we then start multiplying from this side. So we multiply 3 times 8, and then we multiply 3 times 2. Okay, so what does that look like? Well, 3 8s are 24, carry 2, 3 2s are 6, add that 2 on, which gives us 8. That's the 3 sorted out now. That's done its work. The multiply is done. Then we jump over to the 2. Well, what does that look like? Well, we're going to multiply that 2 by 8, and then we're going to multiply that 2, if I can get it, by that 2 there. So we say 2 8s are 16. Let me just get my colour. 2 8s are 16, carry that 1. That 2 again by that 2, so we're going up this line now. 2 2s are 4, plus 1 is 5. And then we add those together. 6 and 0 is 6. 5 and 4 is 9. And 0 and 8 is 8. And that will give us the answer there at 896. Right, so that's that out of the way. You may have to do a little bit of extra work on that to figure out why that naught needs to be there, but if it's not there, it won't work out. And the next one we're going to do now is one that's got some decimal points in it. So let's just take 3.65, and we're going to multiply that by 2.8. Now I'm going to show you something now that I've gone against when we did addition and subtraction. This time you'll notice I'm not too bothered about where that decimal point is. There's no need to worry about the decimal point in this instance, because we're going to consider it right at the end. So let's work it through. Using our same rule, we've got 2 numbers on the bottom there, 2 and 8. Because there are 2 numbers, we do 1 less than 2 is 1, and we put that 1 in as a 0. Then we carry our multiplication as normal. So it's 2 times 5. Then we do 2 times 6. And then we do 2 times 3. So let's get that out of the way, the 2. 2 5s are 10. In fact, let me get back to my other colour. 2 5s are 10. We'll carry 1. 2 6s are 12. Plus 1 is 3. 13. And then 2 3s are 6. Plus 1 is 7. That's our first line out of the way, which means we can now cross out that 2. Our work is done with the 2. Now we've got to concentrate on that 8. So 8 5s, 5 8s are 40. Put our 0 in. Carry our 4. 6 8s are 48 plus 4 is 52. That goes in. Don't forget the carry. 3 8s are 24 plus 5, sorry, is 29. In goes our 29. And we would normally draw a line under here because we know we're going to add these up now. So then we would go through the addition sequence. So 0 and 0 is 0. 2 and 0 is 2. 9 and 3 is 12. Carry 1, don't forget that. And 7 and 2 is 9 plus 1 is 10. So there's our number. Now the next thing is pretty important here, because what we're going to do now is we're going to figure out how many decimal points we've got. Well, to do that, we count up the number of points on the top. So we've got 1 point, 2 points, 2 positions to get to that point. And then we've got another one there to get to that point. So in all, if we count the loops, we've got 3 loops. Once we've got the 3 loops, we know that if we put our point in there temporarily and count 3 places to the left, it'll go something like this. 1, 2, 3. And once we've got our 3, that position there is where our decimal point is going to go. So our answer to that one is 10.22. And that, folks, is the way we do it.